Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Vermintide 2. Today we're continuing to play as Kerillian, but today I'm going to be playing her a little bit differently. Today we're going to be playing Kerillian the Waystalker. There are 5 different heroes in this game, and in my first 2 videos I played as Kerillian the Shade. Now the Shade has a different set of passive abilities and a different career skill than the Waystalker. The Shade focuses on stealth and backstab and melee damage, whereas the Waystalker focuses on ranged attacks and has a little bit of health regeneration, which is a trait that is common amongst elves. So it's still the same Kerillian. She still has the same weapons, she still has the same items, she just plays a little bit differently and has a little bit of a different focus. Now that's not to say that she can't use melee attacks, she absolutely can and can be effective, but her ranged attacks are just that much more powerful than her Shade counterpart. So without further ado, let's jump into a match.
A large chunk of Clan Fester are currently camped
Okay,
down
so we
in
have
the
joined a
ruins of
match
Karak
in progress
Now,
into the nest.
Skaven are paranoid
I don't know
buggers,
what
so
phase,
you're gonna sneak in,
what part of the
kill their
mission my
warriors,
allies are
and
on,
watch the
but
chaos
we'll be jumping in
unfold.
mid-match. We could be
I
right at
love
the
a
beginning, we could
full-scale
be near the
civil
end, we
war,
could
but
be
at
in
the
the middle
very
of a team
least, I
wipe,
think
so
we'll delay
let's
the
see
work on the
how
Skither
this
Gate.
goes.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You know you'll enjoy it once you're there.
Alright, looks like we are near the beginning. I recognize this area. For some reason, everything is glowing. That is a weird visual effect that only seems to happen when I join a match. I join a game mid-mission, and there's a wizard on the team. That is odd. It's a little freaky. It looks pretty cool, but it's a little weird at the same time. Oh, hello. Goodbye.
Fire rats near.
So, unlike the Shade, which I was using dual daggers in my last video, today I'm using dual swords, which have more of a horizontal, diagonal sweeping attack, and they cut through multiple enemies with their 2 hitboxes. Oh, my ability's not ready. Now it is. So I just fired off my True Flight Volley, which is 3 arrows that seek out and pierce targets. Very powerful. And now there's some poison gas in the way. I gotta wait for that to fade out. Alright, there's some ammo down there, but I don't really need it right now. I'm doing pretty good ammo-wise. And I've got a talent that regenerates ammunition for me. Ammunition? Have I been playing GTA 5 too much? No. Ammunition for me. So I should never need to stop for ammo.
We need to make some adjustments. Poison, the wisp of vermin.
In fact, I can afford to miss some shots because I've got that ammo regen. Not that I plan to be missing shots. I'm just saying I can. Oh, what's this? There should be. Yep, there's the horde. There's the horde I was waiting for. Yep, just walk in a perfectly straight line so my arrows can pierce through all of you. You dumb rats. You dumb subterranean mammals. You dumb rodent-brained
You do know that
fools.
you're shooting me, One Eye.
Oh, I can't believe I took a hit. I can't believe I was so lazy and not paying attention. I took several hits.
Take your time killing it, why don't you?
Man, that is some bullshit. I just lost half my health. Now, I do have health regeneration on this character, but it only goes up to half. So I'm already below the threshold. I'm already at the threshold that my health will regenerate to. Oh well. I will take some ammo, even though I just went on about how I didn't need ammo.
Hear them breathing.
Grab the grimoire. Oh, hello.
Strike them down!
What is going on here? It's like a mob spawn, but didn't have any kind of AI path. There's another one. They all just kind of spawned in a big cluster. But they didn't have any pathing to get to us. Just Vermintide things, huh? So many bugs in this game. So many bugs. I still love this game, but so many bugs. So many weird technical and design issues. Look at that, I just killed 3 rats with 1 arrow. That's some Legolas level shit right there. Got a double kill with my true fly volley, that's nice. Oh! Come on. I was trying to hit the barrel, I wasn't trying to hit the dwarf. Yes, they come like the tide. That's why it's called Vermintide. It's a tide of vermin. Part of me is really glad that Games Workshop gives out their license to anybody, because without it, we probably wouldn't have Vermintide. Oh yeah, so in case people don't know, Games Workshop is the game company that owns the Warhammer and Warhammer 40k franchises, the tabletop version. And a few years back, Games Workshop was in some real financial trouble. And a way to get out of that was they sold their franchise license to pretty much anyone that asked for it, which is why there are so many Warhammer and Warhammer 40k games on the marketplace. There are some good ones. There are some pretty awful ones. They're on mobile, they're on consoles, they're on PC, they're on pretty much everything. I'm gonna use this. That was a big swarm, and my swords were just not cutting it. No pun intended. Anyway, because the studio was struggling, they came out with this set called the End Times lore, which is basically them saying everything is over. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the Warhammer universe. You know, Sigmar has abandoned his people, and I'm not 100% you know, caught up on the lore. But it's basically them just saying like, yeah, this is it. This is how we're gonna go out in a big bang. But ironically, because of all the money they were making from licensed games like this and others, the company actually bounced back. And so the end times weren't really the end for Warhammer. Anyway, a lot of people hate the end times, but if it wasn't for the end times, we would not have a gem like Vermintide 2. So, I for one am happy that things went the way that they did. I'm sure it wasn't ideal for Games Workshop at the time, but it worked out for the fans in the end. Fans like me. Anyway, I can't speak for all fans, but I can say that I am a fan of the End Times and Vermintide. And I'm glad that all these different video game developers, get a chance to work with the Warhammer IP. It's not like the Star Wars IP, who has, for some reason, only entrusted to one publisher, but I'm not going to get into video game politics. That's a job for a different YouTube channel. If you want to hear some angry dude yell about video game politics, don't go to my channel. Go to Angry Joe or Jim Sterling or you know, the Angry Gamer. Any of those guys. I'm just here to play Vermintide, have fun, and commentate on what I'm doing. And I'm doing a very poor job of that last part. So I'm going to focus on the game here. I missed 2 shots. Hey, get off of her.
I'll not have another one of those.
What I like about dual swords, which is not... Oh, hello. Yeah, you're just going to use that? You're not going to, like, carry that with you? Okay. Saltspire just used a medkit on himself at half health, which is kind of a waste. We could probably use that later on. Especially if the AI director is mean and doesn't give us any more health kits. Oh, I was gonna do that. And now I'm just wasting arrows. An idiot. Looking for a health kit. Dude, this dwarf is on a warpath. Look at him go!
Stairs, Lumberfoot.
It's just a crossbow bolt to the face for everything that crosses. Look at that! He doesn't give a fuck! Oh yeah, I was talking about dual swords. So what I like about dual swords, this was not in Vermintide 1, by the way. But when you do a strong attack, it's like a cross, see? Like, you know, cross the blades. Do like 2 sweeps in opposite directions. So in Vermintide 1, that was a single hitbox that just did more damage. In Vermintide 2, it's actually 2 individual hitboxes. Okay, I'm getting my ass kicked by this thing. It's really embarrassing. Yeah, it's actually 2 individual hitboxes, 2 individual attacks. It's the same for all dual-wielded weapons, which is an improvement, technically, over Vermintide 1. Fun fact. So even though you had dual swords in Vermintide 1, they were essentially just one weapon that had, you know, that looked like 2 weapons. It was basically just a skin. The weapon itself didn't have anything special. And in fact, with sword and dagger, which is another combination that Kerillian uses, you have, it's like 2 sweeping sword attacks, then a dagger stab, and then another sword attack. And the cool thing about the dagger is that it has a smaller hitbox, but it also has a bleed effect. So you do like 2 normal attacks. I got hooked, and I'm being dragged away by the Packmaster. Alright, my teammates got me. So you have 2 strong sweeping attacks, followed up by a single target bleed attack, and then another sweeping attack. And it can lead to some really cool and interesting combos. There's a lot of Vermintide players that like to find like the most efficient way to use a weapon. So there's like swing, swing, block, which is like it's almost like an animation cancel when you block, and it resets your combo. So I've got like a four hit combo. It's like down, down, up, up. But I can do down, down, block, down, down, block, down, down, block. Now for this weapon, it doesn't really make a difference. In fact, based on the training dummy, the upward swings actually do a little bit more damage than the downward swings. But there are some weapons where it does make a difference. Maybe I'll get into that in another video when I have a better example than dual swords. Like sword and dagger is a good example. But for now, we're gonna make our way through this Skaven camp. I really like the architecture here. It's like, you can tell that this is dwarven architecture that has just been kinda overtaken by the Skaven.
Back to bed.
Oh! Can't a woman bind her wounds in
You'll pick
peace?
that up? Yeah. You know, the Skaven just kind of moved in and they put up these little like shanty shacks and makeshift wood structures. They're just moving right in. That's what Skaven do. They don't really build. They just conquer, consume. soon. That was a creepy little laugh that Kerillian did. Get off! Tried to push him off. Get off! Get out of here. Get out of here, boy. Let's continue up these rickety stairs.
Storm vermin.
He was saying something, but it's hard to make out what he was trying to say.
More storm vermin. Is there no end to them?
Oh my god, he just jumped up. He couldn't deal with it anymore.
For Loren!
I put him out of his misery. Oh, that's an ambush. That is an ambush. One thing I don't like about dual swords is that it's kind of slow. Especially since I've been playing so much shoulder daggers. Oh my god, they're just pouring out of this. This is like a faucet for escaping. Yeah, I got this bomb in my inventory that I'm probably not even going to use. And the best time to use it is during horde, and I'm not doing that. What the hell? What the hell? What is going on right now? Let him go, let him go.
Dead. Think carefully. I spy a globadier.
Well, our pyromancer just fell off the map and just flat out just dead. Just gone. And I believe she took a tome and a grim with her. So that is going to hurt our loot roll at the end of the match.
One more death, and we can return to the open air.
It's unfortunate, but these things happen. You gotta really watch your positioning, because if you get
silent spell is welcome.
Got some berserkers. These guys do not quit. You can push them, you can strong attack them, but they just do not quit.
Someone give me a free. I'll give you one for free.
Yeah, if an ally gets pounced next to you by a gutter runner, it creates this big pushback effect. And it can lead to things like that where you're not watching your positioning and you go flying off the map and there's nothing your allies can do to get you back. I mean, I've been guilty of it a few times.
Can we do no better?
I've definitely fallen prey to getting knocked off the map. I did just last night, actually. Got knocked off by a rat ogre. And I was carrying a book, and we lost it. But, you know, this game's not all about books, it's all about having fun. It's about killing things. It's about the combat, it's about the experience, not the experience points. Ooh. Ooh. Did I just come up with an awesome catchphrase? Ooh. Maybe not a catchphrase, but a motto. It's about the experience, not the experience points. Ooh. I'm sure it's been said before. I'm sure I'm not as clever as I think I am. It's got the bomb! Saving that bomb forever. Nope. Now I gotta walk through the fire that I've created for myself. Hit it with an ult. Doesn't really do much. This guy's got armor, which means I can't do anything with my long bow attacks. Like, I don't know why some enemies are completely shielded against ranged attacks. I'm just gonna waste arrows right now. Alright, I'm gonna focus on these ads, because if they swarm us, we are in big trouble. Plus, killing ads refreshes my active ability faster. Oh, don't push him near me! So really all I can do is strong attacks, because he's got armor, and the way he's moving and the way his hitbox is, I will probably not be able to hit his head, get that headshot damage. I mean, he is just going nuts. See that little shield icon you get when you hit him? like that red shield icon, that means 0 damage, son. That means he's too armored for you. That means find something else. Oh, I did not see that little slave rat next to me. That's what the naked ones are called, slave rats. I mean, I didn't... Personally, I'm anti-slavery, but...
I need to heal. Show some patience.
The Skaven don't share that. The Skaven don't have us. There's no Skaven Lincoln. Or Scave Lincoln, as it were.
The fool falls.
Alright, boss is down.
Not
Dice
before
collected. Let's get the fuck out of here.
This will take
little-
us to the surface.
Little gondola to the surface.
That's this, darling.
What are we waiting on here? Dwarf is falling behind. Probably because he's got such short legs. Let's go Stumpy. I mean, even for a dwarf, that dude is small. Like, it's not just me, right? He's small for a dwarf. Maybe it's my FOV. FOV is kind of high. I should probably turn it down. Let me know if the FOV is a little too nauseating. Or it makes it look a little too weird. I personally think
Killing
it's
is not
okay.
done. Let's just see what Lunar plans
It's
for us
vertical
next.
FOV, not horizontal FOV. So, like, according to certain FOV calculations, I should have it set at like 130, but this is at 95, and it still has a very noticeable, like, elongating effect on the image. So I don't know. Maybe I'll turn it back down to 90. But you know, if it looks good to me and it looks good in the video, I'll leave it. Where's the dwarf? There he is.
Really, wizard? You
Falling
think
behind as
setting
usual
on
with the short
fire is
legs.
a good idea?
Shot him. That'll teach him. Alright, the GGs are coming out. And we have a victory screen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more Vermintide 2 commentary by me, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to have you guys. And until next time, I'm reincarnated.